Can everybody hear me? Okay. So thank you everyone for coming. Thank you HRDevFest for inviting me. Today I'm going to talk about security tools, free security tools that you guys can use to help you tell apart bad from good. A little bit about me. I'm a graduate student at ODU, working at Centera Healthcare as a junior cybersecurity analyst. I'm a security enthusiast. I'm part of ODU's cyber competition team. I volunteer and I love conferences. I'm an outdoor lover, anything hiking, fishing, you name it, I love it all. And despite being Russian, I'm very friendly. So, so if you want to collaborate or want to know more about the culture or me, please feel free to email me or give me feedback about my talk. So today on the agenda, we're going to try to figure out where we can find something malicious, and then we're going to look at some features of the free tools that are available. So where can we find something malicious? The easiest way to find something malicious but also find the trouble is probably dark web. But since we're all law-obedient citizens, we're not going to do that. You also can Google, look at the different GitHub repositories, the Zoo, one of the examples, as well as a lot of malware hunting tools allows you to look at submission pages and copy malicious URLs or download files. Or if you're creative and you have time, you can make your own, like my coworker John, who's here present. He's a very talented malware creator guy. Unfortunately, most of us find something malicious unintentionally. I'm sure everyone here at some point received the email and they weren't sure if it's something bad, very bad, or just a marketing spam. According to Cisco and Rapid7, phishing attacks are the most common, and they're in the top 5 in 2018. Also, here on the slides, you can see the most notable phishing attacks that happened so far. One of them is MailChimp email accounts that were compromised. In the mid-January, security researchers spotted first instance of phishing campaign in which attackers abused MailChimp accounts and sent out fake invoices. Those invoices arrived with zip files that concealed in them JS files that triggered a download of GoodKit InfoStealer, as well as tax-related phishing attacks. Those comes once a year as a tax season, and GDPR-related phishing attacks. So the attackers always look for opportunity to exploit something or get your personal information. As the GDPR became popular, they took that opportunity and run with it, and they used, they composed the emails that would look like emails from Airbnb, and they send it to people who are providing who are collaborating with Airbnb and providing service. And they said, unless you accept the GDPR policy, you won't be able to conduct business with us. By clicking on the acceptance link, however, led the recipients to the page that asked them to enter financial information such as credit card and social security and bank account information. And last but not the least important is an iterative campaigns experimenting with setting content files embedded with malicious PDFs to launch PowerShell scripts and download that would lead to downloading flamed AMI remote access Trojans. So according to Verizon data breach investigation report, the whopping 22.4% of malware comes through the emails. That's pretty bad. Those type of attacks will continue. There's always going to be a way to deceive people and giving away information, no matter how many, how much protection we'll put in place. Okay. Now let's imagine for a moment that you just opened business in Hampton Roads and you're struggling finding the customers, and one time you open your email and you see this email from what appears to be Commonwealth's marketing company offering the service. And it doesn't look malicious from the first sight. It doesn't ask you for any personal information. However, there's a links that you should always be concerned if they are what they look like they are or not. Let's hover over this link, and if you see, this is actually not what it appears to be there, but it's Bitly. Bitly is a service you can use to shorten the link. So if we copy that link, for example, put it in here, and bam, it changed the link completely. We don't know what it was actual domain, but it just looks like a Bitly link. Doesn't look bad. So what can we do to figure out if this link that is hiding there is actually bad or not? So we're gonna right-click and copy the link. And first tool that we're going to look at is a virus total. This security project started in 2004 by a Hispanic security company and was acquired in 2012 by Google Incorporation. This malware scanning tool allows you to scan files, URLs, or do the search by the hash, IP address, or domain. Since we have a URL, we're gonna plug it in and run it and see what it shows. And it doesn't appear to be bad, but the reason why, because it only sees the Bitly domain, but what is actually behind that link, we still don't know. What can we do? There is another tool that we can use. It's a URL scan.io. That tool will actually reveal effective link that is behind that link. What's great about this tool, you can click the options, and if most tools online allows you to scan, but it will also share that information that you scan with a community and the public, this tool allows you to do the private scan if you unclick that button. As well as you can do some settings. You can change the user agent, but we'll just go with default and do the scan. I'm not a robot. Okay. What else great about this tool? You can see the screenshot of the page without going into the page. This particular one didn't resolve as anything. So the screenshot is just, it didn't find anything. But most important piece of information here is the effective URL, what was hiding behind that Bitly link. And this is nothing like marketing company, waterbedsabc.com. Additionally, you can find information such as IP addresses, HTTP requests that they were made, and domains, domain trees. So now let's copy that link. If I can copy it. Go back to Aristotle and see if tell us if it's malicious or not. Bam, that's actually bad. Another tool you can use, and if this is not proving to you that it's actually bad, another tool you can use to see the reputation of the URL or domain is Cisco Talos Intelligence. You can plug in the link, and it will tell you the overall web reputation. And it's poor, so it is bad. Alrighty. And as I mentioned before, there's different ways to find malicious stuff on the internet. One of them is this repository. I pre-downloaded some of the binaries for us to use. I used the CryptoLocker, but there's a whole bunch of bad stuff in here that the next scenario, you have a family member who went to vacation to Bahamas, and you expecting them to send you pictures, and somebody compromised their email, and you received the vacation photos actually in a zip file. And it might be that they're trying to just compact all the pictures and send it to you, but as a security specialist, you would probably suspect it's something bad because a lot of malware comes in zip files. Let's see what tool can we use to see if this is something bad or not. Hybrid analysis allows you to scan files or URLs. This case, we're going to look if this vacation photos are bad or not. And we're not going to read the terms, we're just going to consent. It allows you to pick the what the sandbox could be. It could be different versions of Windows or Linux. There's also runtime options that could be changed, but we'll just go with default. And it is malicious. It's found to be 100 out of 100 malicious. And actual file name, I changed it, but it's CryptoLocker, and you see the hash value over here. And it's still running. And that might take a while it's running. I'll show you where in the hybrid analysis you can download something malicious. So if you go to submissions, you can pick a files or URLs. So you can copy all those malicious goodies and send it to someone you don't like. So the next tool we're going to look at is AnyRun. This is the sandbox that actually allows you to submit the files up to 16 megabytes and run the sandbox up to 5 minutes. Go ahead and try the file. I have another file. That's a love letter from Secret Admirer. There is a so this project pretty fairly new. In March of this year, it's opened up some of the features at no cost to the community. The paid versions allows you to switch between the different machines, but the free version allows you to run only Windows 7. Sorry about the wait. Okay, let's see if the hybrid analysis. Nope. Okay, while it's still running, let's see what VirusTotal will upload the file in here as well and see what kind of features we can see. Ooh, those pictures are really bad. And you can find additional details in VirusTotal concerning this malicious file. And you can see the relationship of this malware. And VirusTotal also allows the community to either approve or disapprove the file. Okay. Okay, well, it actually allows you to interact. So as I mentioned, it actually allows you to interact with the, oh, okay, well, I don't know the password. Okay. But it allows you to interact with malware and see what it actually is. And you can see not the pictures, obviously not the pictures, and it's obviously not the love letter that you were expecting. After it's done running, I think I added too much time, but after it's done running, let's see. I have the ones that already finished running. Just for you to see what kind of features. On the right-hand side, you can see result of the scan. You can download the sample or see the hash values of the file. You can see the graph. This is not very interesting malware, but you can see the graph. And the really cool feature about this tool, you can actually download a report. And it's pretty extensive for being a free tool, and it has the screenshots available here and all other information. Hybrid analysis is still running, but I ran it before. After it's done running, this is how it looks. It will indicate that it's malicious. It will allow you to see why I think it's malicious. The hash values appear to be bad. Also, it will show you the screenshots from the sandbox. All right. And we looked at all of those tools, and those are the most frequently used at my job. But there are some other free tools that are available. Some of them we use at my work, such as Malwarebytes or Sandboxy, Joe Sandbox Security. But I Googled all those free tools. I have pretty good reviews, so you guys are welcome to try. The disconnect is the feature that you can add to your Google browser. It's a free feature that allows you to block all the information that's being tracked. So for example, if we go to New York Times, you can see right here it's running, and it blocking all the information that New York Times trying to collect. And you can adjust. You can unblock some of the information if you want to share, or you can block it. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you learned something new.